A little bit of basketball talk tonight, and we have the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets in action tonight as they will take on Virginia Tech on the road tonight starting at 8 o'clock. The Yellow Jackets are 11-8 on the year, 2-5 in the ACC. Georgia does not play until tomorrow night. They were expected to play tonight but moved it to tomorrow because of the weather. They will host Tennessee, a team with a pretty good NBA draft prospect, Nate Ament, on that roster. Georgia 16-4 on the year, 4-3 in the SEC, and they dropped out of the top 25 after their horrible 20-point loss on the road at Texas on Saturday. Just a bad performance. They had that bad game at home against Ole Miss a couple of weeks ago, then recovered with good road wins, including last week against Missouri, and then just a horrible game on the road at Texas. So we'll see if they will be able to rebound on Wednesday night against the Volunteers. Georgia women ranked for the first time in 4 years. They are 18-3 after their upset win over Kentucky, and they will host Alabama on Thursday at 6:30. The Hawks are off tonight. They'll be back in action on Wednesday at Boston, and the Hawks have won 3 in a row to get their record back up to 23-25. They are now 2 games under the 500 mark, and they playing a little bit better, obviously, with these 3 wins. They are 5-4 since the Trae Young trade, and they are really kind of putting things together a little bit with C.J. McCollum, one of the players acquired for Trae Young, really getting into the action as far as offensively. And Dyson Daniels is having a great year, though. He is not shooting very well. He made his first 3-pointer on Monday against the Pacers in a month, but still, he is really taking over as the playmaker for Atlanta. He's really taking over as the point guard. In the 37 games where there's been no Trae Young this year, Dyson Daniels has averaged 6.6 assists per game. So he is really doing well of getting the ball in the other hands of the players like Jalen Johnson and Onyeka Okongwu to put the ball in the basket, and that's helping this team when it has had some offensive issues at times without Trae Young. There's no doubt about that. Still watching all the NBA draft prospects. Of course, the Hawks have the better of the 2 picks between Milwaukee and also New Orleans, with Milwaukee now facing rest of the season perhaps, and maybe even 4 weeks or so, without Giannis, the Greek freak. We could see the Bucks really fall back, which will improve the Hawks' odds of getting a high draft pick going into the lottery. So that could be very beneficial to Atlanta. This year's draft is loaded with great talent, with A.J. Debinsa, who played last night for BYU against top-ranked Arizona. Also, of course, Cameron Boozer, who had a big game last night in their game against Louisville. And also Darren Peterson, the guard from Kansas, who's been hurt a lot. And actually, Kansas and BYU will face off against each other this Saturday at 4 o'clock in a huge game in the Big 12, which should be a lot of fun to watch. But for Hawks fans, it is worth watching that draft prospect list because they are perhaps in line to get a very significant player from the NBA draft. So we'll see what happens with that and see what happens. The Hawks get back in action on Wednesday at the Garden in Boston against the Celtics.